Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Cody. I'm a private boater, and right now I'm at our first camp on the middle section of the Oahe River. I want to take some time about talking about light setups for more adventurous trips. I think during the springtime, definitely here in Oregon, there are a lot of rivers that come in a very short window and then they drop out. And when you have the time to get ready for the trip and get on the road and get over to the put in, like for me, this is about 9 to 10 hours to get to the put in from my house. And so when flows came in at 8 p.m. the day before we launched, that I needed to be ready. And so I think having a setup like this, one helps with that, of the ability just to load up all your stuff and go. And then the other is that I'm running a 12.5 foot boat. We are in water that could easily flip us. And so I want to keep all of my gear very light. I want to keep my gear stack really low. So I'm able to reflip my boat in moving current and be self sufficient in my own rescue. So I have this NRS dry box. I can't remember what the name of it. It's like the Canyon or something along those lines. I would say these boxes are mediocre. I ended up redoing the gasket on the inside. I bought some a really nice like RV gasket and I redid it, and that helped with the waterproofness. I would say this is like water resistant. Uh, but overall, like I take a lot of backpacking style when I do trips like this. So I have a pot in here, my fuel for it, and then I use um, the like kind of like I think that's called the MSR Pocket Rocket. What's really nice about these is they're on the cheaper side. So I don't think you should go out if you don't own a backpacking setup. I don't think you should go out and buy a jet plane. I think for the money you can get a really cheap one on Amazon for like 16 bucks. A type of stove like this that just screws onto butane. All you're trying to do is boil some water to make coffee, make breakfast, make dinners, that type of thing. Then for food, this is my food bag. So I make my own backpacking meals. I don't really enjoy the pre-made ones, but pre-made ones are also great. And then you can still have like coffee. You can do the instant coffee, like the Vias, or this is an Aeropress. This thing works great for making single cup servings. Um, and then a few other things that I have in here is like I bring water filter for gravity. We brought a small water jug to be able to fill up and hopefully be self-sufficient. But we want to keep the weight down, so we brought a little bit of water, and then if we need to, we can filter, and then we can, put some bleach or some other iodine type of tabs into the water that we filter because the Oahe is not the cleanest of watersheds. The other things that I have, like for lunches, I really like these. It's green bellies. They're the meals to go. They're expensive, but you get what you pay for. I think on the market for the macros that are in it, the amount of calories, the taste of these things, I really like these for lunches, and that I can just pull over. You open it up, you got 2 bars in here. It's like 665 calories in this one, and uh, they're pretty tasty. Last few things I would like to talk about why I like these setups. So besides having not a lot of weight, not having to spend tons of time making food, not having a cooler to deal with ice and other issues, is trash. So on river trips, definitely in the big river trips that we take on the Middle Fork and uh, the main salmon, the Rogue, we create a lot of trash, a lot of food waste. And so, what I like about backpacking setups is this is my trash for 2 days so far. And so, you don't have to have all of the extra dishwashing equipment because all you're doing is just making your one pot, wiping it out with like a paper towel. If you have a fire, you can throw the paper towel into the fire and burn it out, or put the paper towel. If you're a person that thinks that's not part of Leave No Trace, totally understand. Then put it in your baggie and carry it out with you. So that's all I have on this. If you've never done a lightweight backpacking trip on a raft, I highly recommend it. Give it a try. I know sometimes it's a little scary, and the part of rafting is having this like luxurious meals, being able to have comfortable chairs and really awesome camps, and that's part of the experience when you go on river trips like the Middle Fork. That's definitely a huge part of it because you're only spending 4 or 5 hours on the water, so most of the time you're spending in camp, and so you want that to be fun and a huge part of the experience. But when you're coming on trips like this, you're coming on the middle of Hawaii, you're going on Illinois, you're going to go rafting. Like we're spending 5, 6 hours a day on the water in between doing tons of scouts and setting safety, and the 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 biggest part that we are here to do is observe the scenery, be in a place that I feel very lucky that I get to spend a lot of time out in the Oregon wilderness. Uh, but we're here to raft. We're not here to have steak meals. So really, really think about trying this out. You'll probably not want to go back because the logistics of packing, breaking down camp, everything just gets a lot easier. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. And hopefully out of this trip, I get some really good videos and can share the middle of Oahu with you guys. Thank you very much.